Hey YouTube subscribers, family, and friends. It has been a minute since I've been on here, and I was working in the garden and I was like, you know what? I haven't been on YouTube in a long time. I gotta show them what's going on in the garden. My name is Mina and I am a backyard gardener here in Queens, New York. Yes, New York, the big city. I bet you didn't think we could have a garden around here. Yes, it's not just all about Times Square, but it's also about gardening. So I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you all what I've been doing in the garden. I have been so busy getting so many things done. I am so pleased with the aesthetics and everything that I've done in my garden. Check out my spray paint back there. Your girl be trying to do her thing in the garden. Oh my God, I just love it out here. And I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you guys what's going on. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. So this is the grand reveal of my new garden. I absolutely love it. I have switched. If you check out some of my old videos, I've switched from in-ground gardening to raised beds, and for several reasons. One of them to help with some back issues I've been having, and it's also been something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but it had cost associated with it, so I needed to save up a little bit to get that done. But finally I have done it, and I am so pleased with what I've done. So I added these 3 garden beds over here, 1 in the corner over there, shifted some of those beds around. There's another raised bed in the corner, but we'll get over there shortly. A lot of these beds have been switched from my spring garden to summer crops, and I will post some of the pictures, some of the harvest that I had. It was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. Just the taste and the flavor and the joy of growing your own food is like nothing absolutely beats that. So we're gonna walk through the garden right now. And over here I tried to create a little herb garden. So these here are my rosemaries. I have thyme in the corner. This thyme is doing absolutely amazing. I've harvested from this a couple of times. This is lettuce from spring. I harvested lettuce so much I got tired of eating salad. And down here is my peppermint, and in the corner I have sweet mint. So if you're in New York and you need some mint, listen, come get some mint, because I have so many containers of mint growing, it's not even funny. And down in this bed over here, I can't remember the name of this flower, if it's a pansy or if it's a viola, but I picked that up at Walmart, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. Even with the extreme hot temperatures we've been having, these cool weather crops are still just doing their thing. In this bed over here, I have onion. This is an onion as a companion plant, some carrots. This I believe is cilantro or parsley, one of the two. And down here I have transplanted my jalapeno pepper, some more carrots, chives, some more carrots, and over here for the first time I picked up shishito pepper. This I picked up at Lowe's, and I put it in there, but we had some heavy rain and it got pretty tall, and I had not had a chance to come out here and stake this up, so it kind of broke in half. But I'm so happy to see that it's actually, if you can see where it broke at the top, And if you also look closely, you can see side shoots starting to come in. Down in the corner over there, I have a celebrity tomato, which is a bush variety. So it's gonna get tall, but not so tall. So it's pretty great for the container that I have it in. And a lot of these hanging baskets are my Dollar Tree finds. I have one there, I have another one there, and another one behind me. Absolutely gorgeous. Over here is a broccolini. I have harvested from this several times, and it looks like I'll be getting ready to harvest from this again, possibly this weekend. I really like to wait until the stem gets longer, and I'm surprised this is still producing because, like I said, the temperatures have been extremely warm, and broccoli and broccolinis, they pretty much like cold weather. So just to see them thriving, and this is my first year growing them, so this is really, really exciting for me. I've switched, this bed was bok choy, and I've switched them out because they started to bolt, and switched all of them out to sweet peppers. So this is my sweet pepper bed over here. And in the corner, I have a nasturtium that I'm growing for the very first time this year. I picked this up from Baker's Creek. It's the Phoenix nasturtium, so I cannot wait until these flower. Super, super, super duper exciting. Another broccolini in the corner over here. Down here, I actually just transplanted my cayenne pepper. So I have cayenne pepper, I have a chive, and I just have a flower to attract some pollinators, hopefully. This firefly, pretty little thingy over here, it's become decoration. I picked this up at Temu from my last Temu haul, my last video I think I did on YouTube. Y'all have to check out my Instagram and check out my TikTok. Because I'm there more frequently than I am on YouTube, but I'm gonna do better. So I picked these up, and they worked for about a week, and they're solar. So this is the little solar panel. They worked for about a week, and then we had a rainstorm, and after that they stopped working. So someone had suggested to me that I reach out to Temu and let them know what happened. So I actually did, and to my surprise, they shipped me out a new one. So I just have to come and switch this out. But I think I just love the way that it looks, so I'll just probably reposition it somewhere else in the garden. I'm not gonna get rid of it. It's not gonna work, it's not gonna go on, but it'll just be garden decor. And down here in the corner is a cabbage. See, it's doing its little thing in there. A rosemary. I actually propagated this rosemary from the bigger rosemary over there. So let's see how bushy that gets. I'm not sure what this is, but this is a volunteer. It found its way there, probably through the birds or something. But yeah, that's what that is. A viola, an eggplant, and I've been having a little squirrel issue, so doing some research. I'm trying some eggshell experiments to see if this works. Last year I did the forks in the garden, but listen, these New York squirrels, they're real ghetto. So they figured out a way to get around the forks. So this year I'm trying something else. I might add the forks, some cayenne pepper I even saw. So we'll see. Just experimenting. That's the thing about gardening and having your own garden, is you can try different things. You can see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and super exciting. So down here is my tomato bed. This is about 10 days of growth. So when I planted them, they were really tiny, like this little basil over here. And now they have just taken over, like they've taken off. I fertilized yesterday for the first time, but even before doing that, these tomatoes have really taken off. And I have a vast variety in here. These two in the front, a tiny Tim's, and I have a Cherokee purple, a big boy, a Roma, just a vast variety in here. And I'm trying to grow as much as possible because my goal is to freeze as much as I can. So yeah, so and because I'm growing so much in this raised bed, I have to be mindful of the space. So the bigger that they get, I've been coming in and just pulling off the bottom leaves to allow for airflow and sunlight to touch these plants, also so airflow can touch the other one. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. In the front over here, I have bell peppers, some onions in the front, and these are for companion planting. Marigolds I have in the middle. They haven't started to bloom yet, but that's the goal. That's a hoster. Some leftover spring stuff going on here. Another broccoli head starting to come in. I had a broccoli head over there that I harvested a couple of days ago and really enjoyed it. I promised somebody else a broccoli head, so I'm just waiting for this to get bigger so that I can take it to them. Gotta keep my word, gotta keep my promise. Carrots down here doing amazing. And this carrot variety is the rainbow mix. I picked up the seed packet at Home Depot and I just love the way that it looked. I'm growing this for the very first time. I have not been successful with carrots. I've been having these little miniature carrots coming out in the garden, so I'm hoping for the best, especially with these raised beds, just to see what happens. Now, my Lasiendo, my dino kale, has been devoured by the birds. So I thought it was the squirrel that was eating my kale. And I was sitting in the garden a few days ago, and I have this little bird that always lands. I feed it, and all of a sudden it just landed right over on this little solar lamp and just started eating away at my kale. So I was like, oh, so it's not the squirrels, it's actually the bird. It's really devouring this thing. And I'm trying to figure out a system to cover that so that at least I can enjoy my kale. Down here is a gorgeous flower. This I started as a root last year that I had picked up from Costco. It came as a pack with like many different flowers, and I was really looking forward to growing it, but for some reason last year it did not flower. And I am so excited. I came out here this evening after work to find this flower on this plant, and I was like, yes, this is super duper exciting. So I don't know the name of it, I can't remember, and I lost the packet. So if you know the name of it, please leave it in the comments for me, because I can't remember the name. Down here I have a snapdragon. These are cool weather crops, but they're doing amazing, and I kind of have them situated in areas in the garden where it's getting a little shade. And hopefully when these cucumbers here get a little bigger, also the dahlias, these are dahlia tubers that I started, it will offer the snapdragon a little bit more shade so I wouldn't get to lose it. My tomato cages, I've chosen to switch away from using them for tomatoes, and this last year I started using them for my squash and cucumbers, and that's exactly what I'm doing here again. So I have 3 cucumber plants here, which are situated around each leg of the cage. So hopefully they get to climb up here and fill this up, and that would look so pretty. So I was gifted this drum. Turns out it was a garbage can, and decided to paint it and turn it into a planter. Now, I did not fill this whole thing up with soil because that would have been super expensive. So half of this is filled up with wood chips, and then some sand, and then the rest from about there is filled up with soil. So that's an economical way to save if you have a large planter and of course want to use it to beautify your garden. I also painted it. This is the original color, you could probably see, but just moving it around, it got scarf marks, so I'm going to just come and touch it up probably this weekend. And down in this pot here, I have a dahlia tuber that has not come in yet. I'm not sure why, because I put it in the pot the same time I put the others in the ground. These are my baby sunflower teddy bears, and they are starting to come in. The packet said that they could grow in containers, so I put these in this container here, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these turn out. I have a yellow rose here. I'll show you somewhere, I'll share a picture of how gorgeous it was when it bloomed. More mint, that's peppermint. And this is the same flower I showed you all in the corner over there that is blooming. Lemongrass. I see one starting to come in. I don't know what happened to the others. So I just sprinkled some more seeds today, and hopefully those do great. The seeds I picked up from the okra lady, and she has some amazing seeds. She has some amazing lemongrass. So I'm hoping that mine look as gorgeous as hers. And these 2 beds, last year I had them this way in the garden, but this year I decided to turn them around and make them my 2 flower beds, and I absolutely love it. The red lilies have started to come in. Some of them are actually starting to die back already, and in the back over there I just have a bunch of seeds that I picked up from Dollar Tree that I just sprinkled all over the garden. As you can see, some zinnias, some marigolds, they're all starting to come in that bed, as well as these. These were all planted as bulbs probably around April, and they've bloomed for the first time for about a week ago, but they're starting to die back now. I'm really trying to incorporate a lot of perennials in the garden, and perennials are flowers that come back every single year. While they do have some amazing and beautiful annual flowers, it's great to just see flowers just come back on their own throughout the winter. They have time to root, get bigger, and in the springtime just bloom again. This is a beautiful planter. I did this myself with some tall grass and just a different variety of petunias. This gorgeous rose bush was picked up from Costco. They had a 2 for 2 in the box for, I believe, $20, and that's what I got. And it seems like I'm getting something else over here. So, but they are super, super pretty. I've made some bouquets from them, so I'm gonna share that too. So this year I decided to try growing ranunculus for the very first time. And look at me, look at my ranunculus that is finally bloomed. I did not think that I was gonna get any ranunculus this year because of the warm temperatures. But to my surprise, I came out and I found a little bud just like this one. And now it has bloomed so beautifully. And the thing about this is the packet I bought does not really tell you what color you're gonna get. So you just really plant the corms and just hope for the best colors. And I think this red just adds so much life and color to the garden. Another snapdragon and a nasturtium in the corner. A hosta. And those are all zinnias starting to come in. In the corner, I have an Lazy Susan. That's the yellow cone-like flower that you see. And I propagated that from my sister's garden. I had it in a tiny little 4-inch pot, and now I just planted it in there because I saw the roots were sticking out. Hydrangeas, these actually just bloomed today. Look how gorgeous this is. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The garden is filling in so nicely. And down here I have all my bags of potatoes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of potatoes, and majority of them were grown from my pantry potatoes that sprouted, and I put them in the ground. But I was also in Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and they had on the clearance rack seed potatoes for $1 each, and it was about 5 potatoes in each packet. So I picked up the red variety of potato and a white variety of potato, which I put into that red crate. So super excited because I've never grown those. I didn't even know that there was a white potato. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. And up here, as you can see, these are peas. They're on their last leg because I really need this trellis that I created from ladder mesh, ladder rebar that I picked up at Home Depot, and I spray painted it black and joined them together with some zip ties and created, as my husband calls it, this little rainbow trellis in the corner. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous now that the peas are really starting to fill it in. I think it is so, so, so pretty. And if I'm being honest, I harvested some peas a few days ago, and I sauteed it with some garlic, but I didn't really like it. I don't know. So I'm gonna try a different recipe again with those just to see. These are geraniums. Waiting for those to flower. And check out my little guy, my Dollar Tree finds, and I just have it on a little stick thingy. So my rose bush, and over here is my first sunflower starting to come in. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's the velvet color. So I did a mix, and this is a Dollar Tree sunflower packet. So don't tell me Dollar Tree stuff don't work, okay? It works. So I cannot wait until that flowers, hopefully by this weekend. And this is just the netting that I found to hopefully support the sunflowers or the tall crops that are going to be growing in this corner. I'm thinking about adding some corn over there. I'm not sure yet. I have not been successful with corn at all. The squirrels seem to get to the stalks before they even make it past knee length. So I'm really just hoping for the best. In the corner, I have my spring plants that I'm really trying to shade from the sun. So hopefully adding some corn over there would definitely help with that. Down here, I've just sprinkled just a wildflower seed packet from the dollar store, some zinnias, and I'm just hoping for the best. This is a tire that was given to me, and I spray painted it, but maybe I might move it. I think I might move it over there and then put some soil in it, and maybe then just throw the cord in there. So just give it a different look. Not sure what's happening to this hydrangea over here. It was in a different pot, in a smaller pot. So I figured maybe it was compact. So I decided to transplant it into this bigger pot to give it some more room. When I took it out, it wasn't really root bound. So I'm not really sure what the problem was, but I'm just hoping for the best on that. I've added some fish emulsion fertilizer as well to it. So hopefully that will give it a boost. And in our next video, hopefully I have better news on that one. This is an azalea, and they are so gorgeous when they bloom in the springtime. But then after that, they just kind of die back. It was in a different side of the garden that was getting too much sun, and I've brought it closer to my shed, just a little messy, to be shaded out a little bit. So I don't know, hopefully it'll bloom back there. I have a little compost thing that I have going on over here that I've just put together by myself. So it's not the best, but it works for me. And down in the corner, some snapdragons, a little shaded. And remember I told you all about all my spring crops that started to bolt? This is what they looked like over there. So you get an idea. Just imagine the whole beds were just full of that. So I just pulled them up. I was like, it's time to say goodbye to yesterday and get started with new. Down here I have a zucchini. This is my cilantro that is still being a trooper. Still being a trooper. Another mint. And down here I'm growing sweet potatoes for the very first time. And as you can see, another trellis over here. So I have 2 sweet potatoes. And in the corner there, I have another snapdragon. In between, I just cooked with some scallions, green onions. So I've stuck them in the ground. So hopefully those will bloom and they become companion plants and to keep some of the pests out of my garden. That is a flower. And down on this trellis, I have Kentucky beans growing for the first time. And again, they should be filling up this trellis beautifully once they're in full bloom. And just looking forward to all the beans just kind of hanging over. I just think it will absolutely be pretty. Yes. Just look at him, just chilling. And down here I have some callaloo. I don't know what they call it in English, but I know Jamaicans call it callaloo. So that's what that is over there. Some more containers of sweet potatoes. A hosta. And look what I found coming in today. I came in from work and just walking through the garden as I usually do and spotted a little yellow squash coming in. So I grabbed this little cage and put it around here to offer some support. And I know the one with the fruit is the female, so I'm looking forward to some males coming out soon so this could get pollinated. This entire bed here is full of squash, zucchinis. I have a volunteer zinnia coming in. I'm not going to disturb it. A nasturtium grown from seed. And another broccoli. I had a broccoli right here where this squash is coming in. So I harvested it. I cut it from the stalk. The root I left in the ground to just decompose and do its thing. And its sister broccoli plant is still over here. And it's great because it's offering shade to my cilantro in the corner. That's able to continue to grow. So exciting. Climbing over there is some Kentucky beans again. And over here is my kale. This is curly kale that again bolted. This kale has been with me for 3 or 4 years now, and it just started to bolt this year, and I'm letting it bolt because if you can see, once these dry out, these are going to be little seed pods. So this is going to give me a bunch of kale seeds. So in case you need some, holler at your girl, okay? And I was at Walmart again the same day I picked up the seed potatoes from the clearance rack. I found this purple kale as well over there. What are these little white thingies? Oh gosh, I don't know what those white, I don't know what this white stuff is. Look at that. Seem to be like little flies or something. Let's see. Yeah. So, all over. But I just think this is so pretty. I never grew purple kale before. So just seeing this come to life is so exciting. When I picked it up, it looked like it was halfway to dead. And just with a little TLC, it's really revived and started to come back to life. So I think we made it all the way around the garden. I still have a bunch of stuff that I need to transplant, hence why that bed is still empty, because I need to pick up some additional soil to put it in there. But wanted to come out here and say hi and thank you all that have been subscribing to my channel. I've had so many of you join my journey for the very, very first time, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. This is like so exciting for me. When I come out here, I find so much joy. I've been finding so much joy in growing my own food. And when it came to me to share my journey, and people were asking me about my journey and like, why don't you share it? It was a little bit of and unusual for me because I'm kind of more to myself. So this is definitely outside my comfort zone, but this out here is my safe place. I love this place. It is so exciting for me every evening when I come out here, and just being able to grow food and share food with my family and friends. continues to give me so much joy. So I'm so grateful, and I hope that you walk through my garden with me. And if you didn't, make sure you check out this video, okay? So many exciting things, so many more things to come, and I cannot wait to share. God is good. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have not subscribed, please hit that notification. You want to be notified every single time that I post a video, so you get to see what is happening in the Big Apple. And yes, we can grow food in New York City too. God bless. Catch you all later.